I just kind of wanted to give homage to David James, like with the Hex Postcards thing. Dude, the thing I love about this community is everybody's kind of carrying their own torch and kind of putting their
Yep.
own work in. It's very hard to find a crypto community. I kind of say this to like new people. Like, it's very hard to find better educators than people outside of the PulseChain community. I hear this often because I talk to like a bunch of people who are not in the community, and like whenever they get into our community, they're like, everybody's so freaking smart here, and if I leave this community, it's like everybody sounds stupid. Like, it's that extreme. I'm like, yeah, makes sense. Because when I listen to like mainstream influencers, dude, it's like they barely have any idea what they're talking about, and counter trading them, it's usually like 90% hit rate. Dude, it's hilarious. I don't trade, by the way, but just you see these like charts and like, hey, he said this and this happened, like literally a day apart, dude. It's beautiful.
And for David James and those guys, so Togosh is also really involved there. So is Victor. I've got a chance to meet both those guys in person. Those guys are OG for the community Hexkins. They're exceptional people. There was a little bit of a tip there for a second. Some people didn't like the language. They cleaned some of that up. Guys, remember, some of these people have been here for a long time, and I don't want to get too into that like OG status, but those guys have done an exceptional amount for the community. Their faces are out there. They've shook hands. They've participated in events. They're the ones who started these things. They're the ones who brought Jack Levin in the community. He got one of those cards from them. Philip Banks. Those guys put in work. Togosh built Hex Daily Stats. For those that were in the Telegram group when it was really live and popping, the stream that went to YouTube, Togosh did that as well. Those guys put in work, man. So like, maybe you didn't like the wording in those things, but I would absolutely give those guys a little respect. Whatever they were doing, I'm sure was in good faith. And let's just lower the temperature a little bit on some of the criticizing of some of these people, because again, like, they're putting in work.
Yeah. And the thing I also kind of hate, and it's a very, very, very small subset of people that do it, it's like these people who do absolutely nothing for the community, and then they sit on Twitter complaining about people having some kind of economic benefit to all of their work that they're putting in. Like the best way to kind of describe it is like, it's these people sitting in the corner, kind of mad at everybody, and they expect us all to put in work for free with zero own benefit. Even people who were not in Hex in the beginning have paid zero money off of Rich Hart. No, do it for free, pump my bags while I sit here and complain about everything. And it's like, come on, dude. Like, there's like a very small subset, but when you see them, I get pissed off.
I don't want Bullish to feel called out, because I absolutely love the guy, but he was just the one where he kind of caught a stray bullet. He was just the last person, because I was trying to get up in the Twitter space so I could go yell at everyone. So he was the last one talking, so he caught the bullet. Again, everyone knows, they've heard me speak, how much I love the community. We try to support everyone. But who's we? Like, we keep saying we, the community. Yeah, there's a we. There's a lot of people doing a lot of work, but there's a lot of people who aren't doing work who still say we. Like we sponsored a soccer team. Did Brent call you up, or was that Brent? So when you say we, you mean Brent. Brent put in a lot of money, and those guys put in a lot of effort. When you're talking about we, that NASCAR team, like you put in, or the hitters put in, right? You know, with these postcards, like, is that we? Or was that Togosh and Victor and Philip and these guys building these things, going over these things, being in a Hex design? They have multiple Telegram rooms, just getting that stuff together. Have you sent any money? Did you, even if you have criticism, did you go in there and try and help? Like, did you offer anything? So again, the community does a lot. That's not meant to like shun anyone who is doing great work. There's tons of those, but that's one of those things where I want to be a little critical of. And, you know, RH has along the same way, you know, recently, like, there's a lot of people putting in work. If you want to say we, then you need to be part of we and build something, man. Help out, kick in, hand out, whatever it is. Like, people get involved everywhere. There are people that messages me that'll just say, hey, this community seems, you know, like they might be interested, or like, I've had several people just reach out and say, hey, this community is like arguing about liquidity pools. Like, can you come in and kind of give us an in? So people can find a way to be helpful. People have just read How to Pulse, pointed out spelling errors. There's work to be done everywhere. Get in where you fit in. If you're just social, if you don't understand a lot about coding, CZ, JZ, they're in Denton. They do a lot of great stuff. Exactly, brother. They, like CZ and JZ, they're not very technically astute people at the highest level, but JZ has a whiteboard, and he'll onboard people and show them how to use treasures and bust them out. CZ is an absolutely lovely person. She's like a party person. She brings the community and vibe, and it's important to be cool. That sounds funny, but it's absolutely important to be cool in the modern era. Everyone, there's so many people that have found a way to get in and put in work. Like find your niche and do some work too, man.
I want to give a shout out to Kareem with like the whole celebrity boxing event. Dude, because I watch all of these boxing events. I'm a big martial arts fan, and like when
Absolutely.
I heard like Kareem was putting this on, I'm like, this is freaking awesome, dude. Yeah, he's doing amazing work out there as well.
And Kareem didn't ask me for anything. I didn't put any money in that event. No one asked me. Those guys did that, and they did a great job. And it's really cool. Again, everyone knows I'm a big boxing, mixed martial arts fan as well. So like, hell yeah, great work, guys. We really appreciate it. So I just, again, just some of those things that there's, in some ways, one, we brought a lot of our communication over to Twitter, and Twitter's naturally so keen on short, snarky, dunking attacks. Guys, calm down. We're on the same team. Most of us, half the time, I've seen multiple relatively large sort of hex accounts argue, and I know for a fact neither of them understand the words they're using. They're just arguing sort of their sides, and it's that very right, left, red, blue, black, white kind of approach. Like, we don't agree on everything, but the vast majority of the community agree on so much that we are brothers and sisters in arms here. So I just wanted to bring up again that, like, just stop being soft and so sensitive about these things. Like, let's promote some positive things. Let's keep moving forward. Let's not complain about what other people are doing for free for you to pump your bags. You don't like that they're sending postcards? How's your marketing campaign looking? Did you give them an alternative? Do you even know who's doing it? Okay, then you're not. Then shh, be quiet. Grown-ups are working, right?